Hey, realize and release. Well, the simple thing I mean is when you realize something, when you are aware about a certain thing, you can no longer remain ignorant about it. Hence, realize and release. We as a society are very, very, very ignorant. And now, if we do not stop ignoring different things that really mean something important to all of us, then we're going to be stuck in the same old pattern. Now, when I say realize and release, is unless you realize something in its complete truth, it's hard for you to understand and let go of something. Otherwise, you're always chained to it by your limiting beliefs. Now, what I mean here really by release is release all of your unwanted thought patterns, release all that does not serve you, release everything that is not in alignment with your divine self. Release, and let go of it, everything that holds you back. Now, how do you do this? As I said, realization is the first step. The first thing about any changes you make is awareness. When you have awareness that a certain thing does not serve you well, right? The next important thing that you do is you have your knowledge, you have your experience, use those, and hence with that you start realizing things. Now, one of the reasons we act the way we act is because there's a lot of belief system, there's a lot of thought patterns, criticisms, and just negative beliefs, limited beliefs, the social construct, everything that holds you back. And now when I say realize that you as an individual divine being were not born with these qualities within you. I mean, these are not even qualified as qualities. What I really mean is you weren't even born with these things. When you're born, you are born with the purest human soul that you can, wherever from different dimensions that your soul is from, right? But what happens once we are within the earth grid is that we start taking on everybody's thought patterns, energies. There's so many things embedded into the society. We start growing up making something that does not even align with us, our own reality. We make it our reality, in fact. And you have to realize every single time that you have a negative feeling about yourself, when you have self-worth issues, self-esteem issues, I want you to know that these are not your own thoughts. Hence, realize that these were either from the place that you come from the culture you were born into, from your household, from your parents, your friends, your relatives, your surrounding, the society. Because the society hasn't done a very good job so far at supporting each other and being all good, all optimistic, and all motivated, And hence, that's why, most young generation, even now, when I say even now, because we as a society are thinking we're making a lot of progress, but we're not. We're not even there yet, but we're heading there, which is a good thing. We need to really know that when we venture out into something and you start having these weird feelings about yourself, that you don't deserve a certain thing, that you cannot do well in life, that you are not worth a certain thing, or you are just not enough. Yes, the society can make you feel really like you're not enough. I want you to know that if you were stripped completely out of all of these external beliefs, that's not even your own, because every individual is like a snowflake. We are very, very, very unique. But somehow all of that huge uniqueness gets dumbed down into self-doubt, self-criticism, and all of it has to do with childhood. That's where the psychological or the spiritual impact goes into. Because as a child, in your childhood, what happens and what you grow into, your belief system or how you were treated, based on every single thing, you start forming a reality, right? Now, if in the childhood you were completely abandoned, you did not get enough love, care from your parents, you grow up thinking that that's how it is. And you, in in turn become a person that's, that starts unconsciously avoiding relationships. That's just one of the examples. And that's why I'm telling you, even as you're growing up, probably you've taken on patterns in your own household, your mothers, your fathers, your siblings, your relatives, the school you go into. Everything has mostly been mentally fed into it. As I always say, Earth has a mind controlled society. We are mind controlled. And this holds everyone back when you know you're not enough. And I want you to know that, realize, sit down, realize. Every single time you're feeling good about yourself, and after some time you start criticizing yourself, that's not even your own thought. Thoughts are not yours. Yes, I meant thoughts sometimes are other people's as well, which we as human beings that are sensitive and very intuitive, we pick up on the collective thought patterns. Because every individual is connected. We all, as I always say, we all make a collective, it's like a collective emotion that goes into the Earth's grid. So we all pick up on each other's emotions, and someone who is very well aware of themselves can really say that you're just sitting down in a place doing nothing, and then you start having these weird feelings within you. Exactly when you're supposed to know that these thoughts are not even your own. Hence, once again saying, I'll emphasize this even more. When you feel, like you're not enough, when you feel every single thing that's not positive, every single thing that's not in divine alignment with your true nature of love light, I mean, the God self within you is always abandoned by you. When you do not honor yourself, when you give so much to everyone else and you do not give to yourself, I want you to sit down, just do this one thing, realize that this is not your own. You have been taught that way, you have been raised that way, you picked up on these, on the way while growing up. Some of these emotions are not even your own. Hence, realize that none of these things describe you, and do not let them describe you. And hence, doing so, release all that is unwanted from your own self, from your internal, eternal soul. Let it all go. Hence, realize and release. And trust me, a lot of us are wasting a lot of our energies, our time, blaming ourselves, and basically not giving into, our own intuition, and always trusting somebody's thoughts and labels on us. This should not be describing us. I hope you understand this. Simply realize and release what's unwanted for you. I hope this does good, and I love you, and I will continue to put up these lovely awareness video. However you choose to take it or not is totally up to you. That's your own choice to make. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.